What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into CFB, where you can see all kinds of college football 25 and college football 26 content here with me, JC, on the channel, where we're going to continue what is going to be the final season of Coach JC's journey here on college football 25. Been playing it since the game's inception here, this Journeyman Dynasty series following his journey, which, funny enough, began as the offensive coordinator at Jack State, where he was there for 2 seasons with that one-star program. About to play them now in my final season here, where I'm in my second year as the head coach at Bama. But before we get into the game, I do have a couple of updates I wanted to get to you guys here, which as I go throughout the stream, I'll talk some college football 26 news. And if anybody pops in here live and has college football 26 questions, comments, throw them there in the chat. Or if you're watching this on a playback, throw them in the comment section. I do want to talk about some updates there that I have learned. Like I've said in the past, I don't want to share any of the screenshots or videos or anything that came out from the leaked beta, but information that I learned, I will, jot down in note form and pass on to you guys. And I do have some information on the abilities for college football 26, both the new abilities, the dynamic abilities, and the new tier that's being added to the abilities as well. So some good updates there on college football 26. We'll get to those momentarily before we get into game 2 of the 2030 season, year 7 of the Coach JC Dynasty series. But appreciate you guys that are watching this, whether live or on the playback. If you're doing that either way here on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Help this find fans of the college football video game like yourself. And if you are one of those that's a fan of the college football video game, you're going to want to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Not only do you get gameplay content like the Dynasty series you're watching now, gameplay tips, all kinds of stuff there. Also news in the lead up to college football 26. Didn't get our deep dive started this past week, which means it's got to be starting this coming week because, guys, we're less than 3 weeks away once this week rolls around here to Monday. So at that point now, I think we're going to have to get multiple crammed into 1 week, or they're going to have the deep dives releasing after the game comes out, one or the other. Let's hope that they just cram more deep dives into each week, but gotta think they're definitely coming this week, less than 3 weeks now from release. So we're going to learn a lot of news about this game in the next 3 weeks, and over that time I want to keep you up to date on everything to know about college football 26, so be sure you're subscribed to the channel so I can do just that for you. Appreciate you guys, and with that being said, let me get this update here for college football 26 out of the way, and then we'll get into the game. Let me share this screen. Let's see here. Here we are. Okay. So, Scott O'Gallagher, who's a developer for the game, obviously one of the main developers. You saw him a lot last year. He's actually working on Madden now this season after college football 25 was so successful. Back in the day, he worked on 2K, on some of people's favorite 2K, NBA 2K games. Now did a great job with college football 25, and he's been very vocal getting updates out on Twitter and social media and such. And one of the things he talked about was, we talked in the past a little bit about the dynamic abilities, which if you don't know how those are going to function, basically in-game, when we're seeing, in 25, players can get hot or cold. If you have a player that gets hot, whatever abilities that he have a chance to upgrade. I think this is specifically, I don't know about mental, I know for physical, I've seen it in some of those leaked screenshots that I mentioned there, that they can upgrade. And so say you have gold shifty. You get your guy hot in the game, he moves up to platinum shifty. So they want the ability to have, if your guy gets hot, his ability can go up for that time period while he's hot. That's what they mean by the dynamic abilities for this game, right? So with that being said, the top tier, platinum, if you've reached platinum, well, then you don't really have any use for the dynamic abilities, would you? Because there's nothing for it to upgrade to. I think that's why we're entering Heisman tier, as Scott O'Gallagher says here on social media. He says, we're also introducing the all-new Heisman tier in the blog. I'll break down how abilities connect with other systems on the field. There are some meaningful changes there. So I think that, if you have platinum, don't worry, if your guy gets hot, you can still upgrade in-game to a Heisman tier level if you have a platinum ability. I think that's what the Heisman tier will be. I don't think it'll be a tier you can reach with your guy like you can normally with the abilities like we saw last season with the silver, gold, platinum. I think that'll still be the highest level you'll be able to reach, overall. But I think in game, if you have platinum and your guy gets high, it'll go up to Heisman tier. That's my prediction. Like I said, pure speculation. Don't know till we get these deep dives, but do know that there's a Heisman tier coming and do know that there's dynamic abilities. So to me, it would make sense for it to function that way. So that's one of the main updates that I wanted to provide you guys there. Let me pull back the to the game share screen side here really quickly. And the other update is there are going to be some new abilities coming to the game. Now, I don't know exactly how many. From the little bit of information I was able to gather from some people that played the beta, I was able to see 6 new abilities that are coming to the game. I have 2 mentals jotted down here and 4 physicals, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about those. Then we'll get into the Dynasty game here. Appreciate you guys tuning in, whether live or on a playback. Like I said, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Help us with the algorithm. Subscribe here to stay up to date on your college football video game news here on JCCFB. And if you're here watching live, you got any questions, comments, college football 26 related or otherwise, throw them in the chat there. So the abilities, new abilities coming to college football 26. We know we got dynamic abilities. We know we have a new Heisman tier that's probably going to factor into those dynamic abilities we talked about there. But some new abilities themselves that are coming to the game. 2 mental ones here we'll cover. Then we'll get into the 4 physical. 2 mental. The first one is adrenaline. And what adrenaline is going to affect is wear and tear or recovery damage. So you got to think if you had a guy that was a potential, like if Travis Hunter was on this game, he would have platinum adrenaline to help, his wear and tear recovery rate and how he can, how quickly he can recover from wear and tear damage. You got to think that would be at play. And of course, another one with fatigue there, but adrenaline, mental ability that's been put into, help combat wear and tear. And then Hothead is another mental ability that's coming to the game, which helps with the volatility of composure plus or minus. So that's something that's definitely going to help you on road games and definitely help you probably if you have like a younger quarterback or something like that, somebody that has a easier chance to get shaken up, lose their composure. You get the Hothead ability. You can combat that, especially if you get that thing up to, gold or platinum level. So those are the 2 mental abilities that I know of. Like I said, there may be more coming. These are the only ones that I know of thus far. We're going to get these deep dives soon to learn a whole lot more. And then the 4 physical abilities that are coming to college football 2060, new ones, battering ram, which I know you're probably thinking, man, that sounds like, what is it, bulldozer, I think, kind of the trucking one, but it's different. Battering ram, which I'm sure will be a good physical ability to have on your running back, though. Battering ram, it deals wear and tear effects to the people trying to tackle you. And at each level you go up there from, of course, going all the way up to, platinum at the top, it's a higher, amount of that level of damage is. So you as the running back, I'm guessing if you lower the shoulder with the truck stick, maybe it helps, affect that. But if you have this battering ram ability, now on offense, you can deal out some wear and tear damage to the defense a little bit as well, with increased, advantage there with the battering ram ability. Another physical ability coming to the game, ball security. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. Probably a pretty beneficial one to have because personally I found on College Football 25, I played on conservative carry always because fumbles were just too frequent, if not especially how I like to use the run game and use the quarterback in the run game. So I use conservative carry on with the coach adjustments, but the downside to that is you don't have the ability to, spin and juke. I just have to utilize, cuts with the left stick, and you can utilize truck stick and stiff arm. But maybe on next year's game, I'll be able to get the ball security ability on a guy on my quarterback or running back or both, and then I won't have to necessarily go into conservative carry, and I'll be able to utilize the ball carrier moves a little bit. That would be nice. So I like a ball security ability coming to the game there. And then another physical ability that's coming is on time, and this one's going to be related to your passing game in College Football 26 because on time is you're going to get an accuracy boost when you have the correct timing with the receiver on his cut. So this is really involved with timing up the route, kind of probably throwing it, before the guy comes out of his break, trying to time it up perfectly. Say they're on an out route, you want to throw it before he hits that, cut and starts going that way. And so if you do that and you have good timing on that and you have the on-time ability, it's going to give you an even further accuracy boost than the one you're already getting from timing it well. So that's going to be probably a pretty lethal ability if you get that upgraded to gold or platinum. And then the last one is instinct, which is another one that's going to be on the defensive side. And instinct is going to help with the reaction time to run plays. So, you have the instinct ability on a guy. You see a run play coming, you'll probably be able to shoot downhill, shoot a gap better than someone that doesn't have that instinct ability. So, just from the 4 new physical abilities coming to the game, I think you see a nice mixture there of something that'll help your run game, help your pass game, help you on defense, and then a couple good mental abilities as well. And maybe there's even more coming to the game. Like I said, we're going to find out more details in the near future, but those were a few things that I hadn't talked about on the channel. I may try and clip this part out and put it to a pre-recorded video on the channel as well, because I think these are nice updates here on the dynamic abilities, the new Heisman tier, and some new abilities coming to the game. But definitely wanted to hit those before we got into the game here on JC's Pop Culture. So appreciate you guys tuning into this one, though. With no further ado, let's get ready to dive into the game here. See my guy Vincent Davis in here in the chat. He's saying, makes no sense. We should be able to spin while covering the ball. That's how players are taught to spin in Little League. Also, running backs can jump cut while covering the ball. Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense to me either, because they never had it that way previously. Because, going back on College Football 14, I always did use conservative carry, and you could still utilize your jukes and spins. Why, if I'm on conservative carry, can't I utilize the ball carrier moves? It's like, well, if we're going to make you fumble less, we got to penalize you in some way. It feels like that they feel like they have to have that kind of balance, which to me doesn't really make much sense, because then if you're doing it that way, then you still are giving an advantage to someone, and you're giving it to advantage to the people that don't have it on, conservative carry when it comes to ball carrier moves. But what I will say to, if I'm playing devil's advocate to that, is at least I found that sharp cuts with the left stick can help and be utilized almost like ball carrier moves in this one. So it didn't hurt me too bad in the way I played the game, but it would be nice to be able to utilize a nice double juke. That double juke was my favorite thing to utilize on College Football 14 there, NCAA Football 14 as it was called back then. But, I agree. It doesn't make much sense to me either, Vincent. We'll see what they do here on, College Football 26. I'd assume it'd be the same way. But like I said, if so, maybe I get that physical ball security ability that's coming to the game now, and I won't necessarily have to use conservative carry. We'll see how it goes. But those are the little updates I had thus far. Like I said, hoping to be able to bring you guys a lot more this week. Fingers crossed we're going to get at least one deep dive. I'd love to get multiple, but I would be shocked if we don't get at least one deep dive this upcoming week. So we'll have plenty of College Football 26 news coming at you. And in the meantime and in between time, in the lead up to that game, I'll be finishing out the final season of the College Football 25 Coach JC Dynasty series here. And as I do, we can talk College Football 26 here on the streams if you're in here live. And, of course, if you're in the comments, you can leave your questions, comments there, and I can respond to them after the fact as well. There we are, with the white and crimson shoes. So playing Jackson State at home here in Alabama, second game. Oh, and I am using a new slider set. It is, last game I tried I think it was Matt 10 slider set. It wasn't terrible. I thought it was decent. A couple of things about it that wasn't my favorite. So I'm going to try out this one, and it's going to be like a trial game for both, and then I'll decide, kind of which one I liked better, and I'll use that slider set for the final season here, which, of course, I've been playing on Heisman difficulty all 6 seasons here. This is the 7th season, but I felt like, I'd won 4 straight natties, 3 straight at UCF, and then 1 at Bama last season, so I want to make it a little bit more difficult in the final season, so trying to find a slider set. The Matt 10 slider set was pretty good for the first game. We're going to see what the Canes 21 slider set is like here in the second game. Had to wet my whistle. I was rambling too damn much to open the show. We had some good updates. I love those updates on abilities.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Oh, let's go, Hester. Ooh, he had a little bit of a lane there. There's Coach JC himself. Dylan North, number 1 transfer receiver we brought in. And as I said, I will go ahead and put it on conservative carry, as always.
This is the type of receiver, David. When he's covered, he's still open. He's still
all right, let's get it, boys.
Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback.
I ran right into him. I meant to cut left, and I accidentally pushed the stick right. That's on me. Holding, blocking the back, whatever.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
All right. So they're going to back me up. Let's go to the air to start the drive then.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary.
Oh, no, like with how they're lined up, I want to try a crack toss.
Will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll try to get the edge with the toss.
Flag again. What is the call this time? All right, if this if this slider set's going to do this every play, we might have an issue.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Because we're 1st and 30 on our first possession. Oh, my goodness.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Nah, I couldn't get the edge. Well, at least we didn't get a flag. So we know there's not a flag on every play right now. But this slider set's got me in a hole.
How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
There we go. Got a couple of yards back. I mean, all likelihood we're punting this thing anyways. So I think we may as well just throw one deep. I mean, if it gets picked, it's like a punt prior to the punt. If he catches it, we get a 1st down. If not, no, I'm no foul. Oh. I feel like this slider set's making it hard on the meter, too. I've thrown back-to-back reds, and that's a red on a deep ball. All right. Let's see what it does for us on the defensive side. We might start 1-1 here with this slider set. This is pretty tough right now. We also got off to a bad start with back-to-back penalties. That doesn't help our calls either. Start off bringing a little pressure. Let's heat them up, heat them up. Heat them up and eat them up. Oh. I need to make my defensive adjustments. I just realized I didn't do that when they ran that play. Of course, they're going no huddle, so I'm not going to be able to. I'm not burning a timeout yet. Oh, get him. Yes. Stepped out. Let's go. Oh, they're going no huddle again. Let's go zone this time.
Stuff that goes with it, it definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you going downfield for the big.
I should have stuck with him. I left him. I was with him the whole play, and he threw it late. I didn't think he was going to throw it to him at that point, man. Dang, that's on me. Yeah, I had them 3 and out right there, too. Damn. Stupid, man. Stupid.
Into the end zone.
Yes, he's out of bounds. They're going to review it, but I think he was out. Looked like he was out. Yeah, he's out. Woo. Yeah, this might be a fun game. This might be a fun little game. Oh, Pickett. What's the call? Oh, it's on them. I mean... Fuck it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play.
I might regret that, but you know what? Let's put him in 3rd down.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Get him. Let's go.
And the pressure gets there.
Let's go, Reeves. Oh, he snuck it in there. We held him to a field goal, though. I'll take it. I'll take it.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5.
Come on.
Really disciplined job.
Couldn't cut over there quick enough. Had a little hole there for a second. Well, last time it was bad. Get the corner. There we go. That's a better start to the drive.
Predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
All right, come on now.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion from the offense.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Turn it on, Isaac.
At the 40, there he goes.
That's what I'm talking about. Back-to-back first downs. Now let's work a little bit. Let's work a little bit. We need to take this lead. Yeah, damn, there's another penalty. I was trying to get out of bounds. I didn't want to get hit because of the penalty. Pointless hit he just took. Man. Back on our own 35. We're about to be up on their 42.
On first down, here comes this offense.
Nope. And another flag. Yeah, this is insane.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense.
Man, we was in good shape too.
First down. Try to get it to the edge.
No, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, this is not a way that this is happening right now. Can nobody make a slider set that doesn't get a penalty flag on every play? What is happening right now?
The offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on.
Is this real life? All right. There's no way, man. I'm gonna have to edit the slider set midstream. This is no way, bro.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
There's no way.
Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense.
Here's one I found on Games Radar. I'm about to switch to probably here in a minute. Because I can't keep this one. I mean, there's penalty on every play. You see what this one looks like. This is wild. I'll try and play out this possession at least. And then I might have to switch it. Try this one from Games Radar that says the best college football 25 sliders. Upgrade realism and difficulty. Exactly what we're going for here.
Quarterback checking the play.
All right. Let's try something.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he's not
I ain't going down without a fight. I ain't going down without a fight. I'll tell you that much.
Offensive coordinators don't really have play sheets for 3rd and 75. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but when you put yourself
Just wanted to run in and get a little bit back so we could try this.
Like this, you know, with mistakes and negative plays, not many plays in the playbook you can call.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the right.
You dropped it.
And they gambled in there.
All right, let me switch this. I'll show you guys the slider set I'm switching to. Because this is literally not. So we're going to be going to this Games Radar, trying this best college football 25 sliders. We got QB accuracy 36, blah, blah, blah. Where's the list here? You already got all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what adjustments we can make here. I'll pull back up the screen share, show you guys as I make them. Because I've never seen that many penalties in my life, y'all. That was absolutely wild. Okay. Do this real quick. My apologies, guys. Hey, man, you know, trial and error here. Trial and error, right? Yeah, that's all what I want there. That's off. I want that off on this slider set. Both of those are off. I need to change injuries, but I can't do that mid-game. So a couple of these things I can't change, but I should be able to still change. Can I not change sliders mid-game? Wow. This is going to be unfortunate. If not, we're just going to have to try it and see. No, it won't let you change your mid-game. Oh, boy. Well, let's just see what happens. It's probably going to be a shit show, but I'm going to keep that tab up because that will be the one I'll be using for Game 3. So I thought we'd be able to go with 2 and pick between the best one. We're going to try a third one. If the third one is not better than this one, then we're going to go with the original one that we did, the Matt 10s one. But let's see if we can somehow make something happen with this one.
When you play in a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius.
3rd and 11. Let's get the stop this time. Last time we choked last time. We choked it.
The list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Good tackle. All right, defense ain't playing bad at least. We just got to do something on offense, which the main thing is not get 17 fucking penalties every time we snap the ball would be awesome. Yeah, dang, their punter's trash. He got under 21. I guess he ain't that trash. Scared to run anything.
Offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and
yeah, it would be nice to hit an explosive play. They'll probably call a penalty if we do. Yes, they got him with interference. We'll take it. I also don't like how every pass you throw on this slider set is like automatic red. It's a little bit too much on that as well. So it definitely won't be this one we'll be rocking with for the season. It'll be Matt 10s or the other one we're going to try after this game.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella.
Scared to run the ball because we're probably going to get called for a penalty, but can't abandon the run game just because they call flag every time.
Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide open opportunities to get some positive change.
Watch, here it comes. First down, probably equals flag. Nope, we got one. We're moving the chains, y'all. Take a first quarter break on that one.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we play.
Oh, I do have another College Football 26. I'll give you guys at halftime probably. Let me find it here. Yeah, still got it up on my phone. So halftime, I'll read through some of the new plays as well. I think I got like at least, excuse me, 9 new ones that are all out of the Penn State playbook, which sounds pretty awesome. That I'll read off to you. There's like 2,800 new plays in the game, as we've talked about in the past, which is one of the things I'm most excited about. Let's go. Maybe my offensive line learned how to block now. Knock on wood real quick.
Really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players.
I'll get the edge, Patino.
So
let's go. Okay, we got something here. See if they let me keep it going and they don't hit me with a penalty. Let's see what happens. I'll feel really good if I find a way to win with how this slider set started in this game.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man. Can't quite cross the plane.
Sorry, we're right there. Patino's going to go in the rest of the way. We're going to get our first lead in this game. Let's go, Patino. Punch it in, boy. Oh, come on. One more time. Going right back to him. Turbo it up. I'll catch him off sides. Yes, sir. Touchdown anyway. That's what I'm talking about. Hit that turbo and hit him with it. Let's go. We're dominating them yardage-wise. Just those penalties on those couple of drives really screwed us. That's the only bad thing is besides those penalties, the slider set doesn't seem too bad. Oh, shit, I hit the middle button. My bad. But besides those penalties, this slider set doesn't seem too bad, but those penalties are, like, beyond bearable. I mean, When it's like 3-4 plays in a row, it's like, no, there's no way.
Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys,
I want to play man coverage.
State can get going on over.
Why don't you show me no man plays in
the
the suggestion?
We had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know.
Now,
you
that
can
ain't
run
intentional
inside
grounding. I don't know what is.
Get some
Man was
first
sitting
downs, get some
straight in the
positive
pocket. Just sitting his ass right in the pocket, throwing it away.
After
The hell?
misfire now on second
What the
down.
hell?
Back to throw. It's Avant.
Yes. I'm about to say, no way he catches that.
Didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
I'm going to get on the safety this
Listen
time.
to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense.
Oh, they're running.
They'll give it to the back. And
Woo!
he's able to shed one tackle.
Good job, D.
Pretty good
Let's go.
The Gamecocks will bring the punt team
Let's
on
take this game over.
This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Ah,
And the punt team able
should've
to
just fair
smack it
called
to
it.
the ground.
got greedy. That's all right.
The Tide offense rolls onto the
That's
field.
okay.
That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They have
I thought I was going to be able to cut
great
inside of him.
touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game.
All right, we're trying to get Hester on the edge here.
They move the tight end all over. The toss to the outside. Really
Couldn't
nice
quite. I was
stuff
like,
here
I hope
from
I
the
could
senior
get him
leader.
thinking I was going to cut inside of him, and that other guy would hit that block. It almost worked out.
Get him on the ground.
He just couldn't quite get that block on him.
Set your defense for positive situations down the road.
As they come to the
All right, let's
line
go
on
back
3rd
here
and short from the
to a little
43,
zone
I
play.
wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here.
And we got the first down, and guess what? A freaking flag! It's a flag every play. There's a flag every play. Fucking me every play. I apologize for singing. I hope nobody's ears are bleeding.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Let's go.
Makes his connection.
We'll make it anyways.
That'll be enough for the first
Move the
down.
chains.
Mark it at the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring.
Oh, yeah. Go, Isaac.
So many
I should have just stayed
times
hitting the sideline. I might have outran that dude.
You know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This Alabama
The
offense
refs try as they might,
they're
even
set
at our
up
home
for another
home
first
field.
down.
We're still getting it done. Finally, that's the first time I ain't got a red. I'll be damned.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little
You
bit
can
short.
throw non-reds on this slider set. It is physically possible.
You're going to see this receiver
I believe it now.
different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's all right. At least we got positive yardage. It was iffy there for a second. We run Patino to get the first.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal.
Yes, sir.
For the first down, they'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Oh, we got him.
Working
Oh,
the
hold that
middle
block
of the
for a
field,
split
it's
second.
complete.
It's a tutty. Also, if it's not a red throw, it's a tutty. But
He's doing a
that's the
nice
slider
job
set.
in crease now. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of
In the
where
red
the
zone.
ball's going.
Got to make it happen now.
That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's
Ah,
And he's tackled.
Come
There's
on.
also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
I'm speechless at this point. You know, you're just speechless at this point.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Here comes the option. He can't corral the pitch. The
Fuck, and
ball's
he
on
just
the
ran
ground.
past it too.
The D
And it's a flag
scoops it up,
anyway.
and everybody reverses
Wouldn't have been
field.
even if he got the pitch
They
off to
bring
him.
down
I don't know who he was pitching to. He pitched it to the damn sideline like the pitch man was out of bounds on the bench. This shit is wild. I mean, my defense just keep playing like they are, I guess. God dang, man. Finally, they're giving me some man plays here and the suggestions. Oh, he burnt him. He done ran into Coach JC on the sideline. Done knocked out the coach, man. Come on. Maybe he needs it. Maybe knock some sense into him. Or maybe that's the refs we should knock some sense into. Or the O-line. I don't know which one it is. Well, see, now they're moving. Now I get pissed. So now I just want to just bring the house. Worked out, though. Sometimes it's either usually that or give up a touchdown. Not much in between when you pull out that cover zero blitz. Force the 3rd and long, though. We'll take it. Now let's just try and keep everything in front of us. Shall we? Wow. We really let somebody get that wide open. Just flood the field with zones and nobody's there. My goodness gracious. Holy shit. We're going to lose to my original team. It's kind of weird if that happens, isn't it? Ah, I shouldn't have tried to cut it and pick it. I should have just tried to play the man. I saw it and I couldn't even get there.
Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here.
Yes. Now I'm going to call a timeout. I got one more.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
So it's worked out good when I've heated them up a little bit. Let's try a zone blitz.
It's starting to snowball and they are ready to go again. To the air, it's Avant.
Oh, if he'd have broke on that a second sooner, he might have picked it. He might have picked it. Let's go man coverage here, though. When we went zone on 3rd down, they've cooked us. They've cooked us every time.
That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Come on. Oh, thank God he dropped it. Wouldn't let me jump. I mean, my dude was within distance to probably at least bat that down. I hit him to another field goal, though. Kept on the lead. Dude, he's snuck both those in the same exact way, really. Both his field goals, man. Hey, but shout out to him. He hit them both. Defensive battle, though. All right, 49 seconds. One timeout. Got to attack the sidelines. Or if the drag's wide open, hit it and hope he gets the first down. Injury timeout. Don't want to see nobody get hurt out there on that field, but we'll take the timeout, sir. We will gladly take it. And I got my one timeout left. Oh, thank God, because he came up a yard short.
They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion.
Okay. Got it going. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. We got to go.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. He's looking to throw.
Tutty. Yes, sir. Let's go. I saw him break, and then when I threw it, he was stuck on a defender for a second. I was like, oh, shit, he ain't going to get there. And, of course, it was red, like every damn throw is on this slider set. But, hey, we're finding a way. We'll find a way to make the Tide roll, baby. JC got the Tide rolling somehow. It's a down game here. It's a trap game, we'll call it. the slider set that we ain't going to use for the rest of the season, so we'll call it a trap game. Find a way to win the trap games, though, you know. I better just back off. I mean, let's not give up nothing crazy here.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision making. Because
yeah, that's fine. They can throw it short.
At this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Oh, they're gonna run it.
Takes the handoff. It's Turner.
Oh. Okay. Good run. See if they still decide to run. I bet they throw it now. Let's go back and play a little deep zone.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Let's go. Take it to the crib. That could be the change right there the ball game needed. That could be the turning point. Bam. You see him pull the trigger on that one? That's so funny because that's the dude that literally their last drive, when they was in the red zone on that second or third down, I was like, if he jumped on that a second sooner, he'd have probably picked it. Hey, I'd be damned if he ain't learned his lesson. Next time they attacked him, bam. House call, son. Defense came to play at least. We'll take that. Hey, my boy Vince, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Anybody else here watching live? You know, you don't got to just be an onlooker. Go ahead and throw some thoughts in the chat there. College Football 26, questions, comments, anything you got there. If you're watching after the fact, you can throw them in the comment section. Appreciate those interactions, y'all. All right, let's go. They're kneeling it, so it really doesn't make a shit. Got to the half with the lead, despite what I would call poor performance, really. So somehow we managed a two-score lead. Even with that, that's cool. All right, so halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to
let me see if it'll.
our halftime update.
Dang, I got them at -9 because of the sacks and TFLs. See, they're stopping my run game though. All right, so the other update that I had, College Football 26. I promised I'd give you guys this at halftime here. Oh, that's my ticket for Superman. Which, hey, shout out Superman coming out. I'm going to see it July 10th at 7, IMAX. If you guys are into movies, check out Mother Channel JC's movies. But here's 9 new plays. Or no, is this 12? 12 new plays. Like I said, I can't show the screenshots or anything because, you know, I don't want to get in trouble with EA. I know a lot of people got their accounts banned. A lot of people got copyright strikes and stuff. So, you know, I'll talk about some stuff that I've seen personally because that's just me passing it on via word of mouth, which I don't think is as bad as showcasing screenshots and videos and stuff they didn't want to get out. So I'll keep you guys informed nonetheless, though. So all kinds of new plays here in this Penn State playbook. We knew that there's going to be 2,800 new plays on the game. A lot of fun new stuff involved with that. I talked on one of the recent updates that I put out on the channel that there's double motion plays, and this highlights some of those, as well as there's now shift plays where I guess like your entire line shift, you have multiple shifts before the play. So some of these new plays that involve some of that. This is all out of the Penn State playbook, actually. The video is going around. You could probably find it online if it's still up. Guy playing with Florida, showcasing some of the plays in the Penn State playbook. But some screenshots have went around of the plays. So, gun split twins, which, of course, is a 2-back set there. I think it's 21 personnel. I believe you got a tight end in there as well. If I'm reading this right, like I said, not exactly the best quality here. But 3 plays out of that, over double motion counter bash, which showcases your tight end coming in motion from one side to the other, and then you got a counter bash play going the other way. With the double motion, your other running back coming, I'm guessing, after him. So I don't know. I don't guess you really can tell on the play which motion is first, but you got a tight end motion in this way, and then you got one of your running backs in the double back set there, motion in the other way, and then you're running counter bash with the running back that's left in the set. Then you got over double motion RPO alert. Same 2 motions I just talked about. Tight end comes over, running back goes around in the orbit style motion, and it's RPO alert play there, where you got the running back with the tight end as a lead, and then you got the orbit screen there. Then you have that same action, and they have a play action pass out of it, over motion play action cross, where you got a cross route on your slot receiver. Of course, both your receivers are twins on the left, and then you got a dig route from the far outside receiver. So there's 3 plays out of that formation. Then out of the gun wing trips, which looks like a pretty sweet formation in the Penn State playbook as well, they have double motion RPO alert slant, which has the tight end in motion. And this is, of course, a single back formation, 11 personnel here. So you got 3 wideouts and a tight end. You got tight end coming in motion. And then you have your slot receiver come into the backfield, motion beside the halfback, come around him. So kind of a complete orbit motion where he starts in the slot, comes all the way around, back behind the running back, and motions out. And then, of course, you'll have him as an option to throw to there on like a swing style play. Then your outside receiver here on the right is running a slant. And then you got a curl option route with a potential streak, either one that they just choose to do on the backside there for the double motion RPO alert slant play out of gun wing trips. Then you got double motion play action tight end leak, which I think this one looks pretty interesting because same 2 motions, tight end motions over, that slot receiver comes back in the backfield and around, but the tight end, what it is then is a play action fake for the quarterback, and the tight end, after he motions across, leaks back over across the field and then goes up the field. So that looks like it could be a sneaky little play there that you can get off, especially if you're hitting some of these runs that utilize those same 2 double motions. And what I like about these double motion plays is they have multiple different plays utilizing that. They have run plays, play action plays, RPOs. So it's going to be hard to diagnose exactly what's coming with that, because then out of that same one, they have an RPO peak pop, same exact 2 motions. Instead of the tight end coming across, the tight end just straight up the seam once he comes over on that over motion. And of course the slot man's still coming around. So those are some intriguing ones. And then this may be the most interesting ones on the game. I think, I can't quite read the formation name 100% on this one. Looks like gun Y or gun normal Y off maybe. I think it's gun normal Y off. Like I said, out of the Penn State playbook yet again. And these are still yet again double motion, but these double motions are different. And I've kind of talked about these previously a little bit on the channel in the past. And that is the double motion plays, to where the double motion on these plays is the quarterback and running back are in the shotgun. Looks like 11 personnel again, 3 wideouts and a tight end. So you got your 1 running back. And the double motion here is both the quarterback and the running back take a step to the left. So your quarterback takes a step to the left, running back takes a step to the left. What does that do? Well, your running back's now fielding the snap and taking the snap there on these plays out of this formation, which then once you do that, you have a halfback sweep, which would be you would actually be handing it to your quarterback. Then you have a halfback wrap, which is, of course, the fake handoff, and then that would be your running back. And then you have the double motion read option, which those roles would be reversed. Like I said, the running back taking the snap, which is pretty cool. They did have video of that one. And then lastly, this is out of the, what is that, shotgun. I can't read the formation on this one. Gun wing something offset, I believe. But nonetheless, maybe gun wing slot offset. But these 3 plays are all interesting because they're heavy shifts. I mean, there's so many blue lines on the screen. I can't tell you which guy's moving where necessarily. But out of that, they have a shift jet touch pass, a shift fake jet halfback seam, where you have your halfback being one of the motions at some point in that play, and he's running a seam route. You have one of the motions hitting a little stop route. You have somebody on a wheel and somebody on a corner. And then you have shift jet power read. So not only do you have the jet touch, you have the jet power read on this game, which is going to be awesome. And with those, they have a ton of different shifts. And so those are just like 9 plays, I think, that I named, or maybe it was 12 out of that Penn State playbook. But they also have some cool formations where if you watch Penn State play, and that's why a lot of this is in there, because Andy Kotelnicki really does some cool stuff. And I think it's awesome that they got a lot of that in College Football 26. And just knowing that from the Penn State playbook, I can't wait to see what other cool shit they have in the 2,800 other plus plays that they've added to the game. But I do know that they have the Penn State formation where the offensive lineman lines up out wide and then comes in motion to either hit a crackback block or a lead block, like Penn State utilized a lot last season. They have that as well. I didn't see the screenshot of that and can't exactly tell you the name of that player or the formation like I can with those. But man, I got a feeling the Penn State playbook is going to be, utilized a lot. A lot of people probably running with Penn State and Road to CFP just because of that. So those are some of the new plays I did want to talk about there. See, a lot of you guys have just popped in here later in the stream. Be sure to go back, watch the beginning of this where I shared updates on new abilities that are coming to the game, the new dynamic abilities, how they'll work, and even the new Heisman tier as well. And like I said, I may try and clip that part out and put it up as a pre-recorded video on the channel as well if I get a chance to. But other than that, we're getting into the second half of this game here. Utilizing a slider set that I probably won't use for the rest of the season, but that's okay. We're trying out a couple here in the first 2 or 3 games till we decide which one we're going to rock with for the rest of the season. But hey, we still got the 21-6 lead, so we'll take that. See some other people jumping in the chat, though. My guy Luke Davis, what's up, man? Doing good. Hope you are, too. What up, BHM? Good to see you, too, bro. My dude 305 Dade County said got secret for man for college football 25. When you kick the ball, let the kicker get halfway while he runs toward the tee. Tap Y. It's a game changer. Unlock the game. What? What you talking about, 304 Dade? So, let the kicker get halfway while he runs toward the ball. Tap Y. Man, I don't feel like you're setting me up for something here. I feel like you're setting me up. I tapped it. I didn't see anything happen. We'll see. Is it a cheat code, 304 Dade? I might need it with this slider set. As many penalties as this shit called in the first half. It's insane. That's why. I mean, I like the the way it plays otherwise, but the penalties on this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know if there's 2 transfer portal windows in college football 26 yet, James. I know they've definitely amped it up for sure, which I'm excited about. We'll find out for sure more about it in the deep dives. Hoping for spring games. That'd be awesome. Haven't had them since like the PS2 games. I know that's something that's always on the wish list until they finally eventually come, hopefully. Hey, let's go, D. Way to get in there. My D's been getting in the backfield at least. We got that going for us.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do?
I don't even know what play we're running.
Shit. Here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to.
I got blocked. Make the tackle. Thank you. Yeah, my defense showed up. We should be all right. I was nervous at the beginning of this game, though. I ain't gonna lie. Appreciate you guys popping in here now in the stream. Like I said earlier in the stream, you got any college football 26 questions, comments, throw them in the chat. As I play the second half, I'll try and get to some of them. And we'll have plenty of live streams coming up this week, I think, because I believe we'll have the deep dive starting finally. So definitely be live for those as well. And I'll continue to be live in the lead up to the release of that game as we try and finish this college football 25 final season of the Coach JC Dynasty series before 26 comes out. And that gives us multiple opportunities to chat about college football 26, which is pretty fun. Dude, congrats, James Weekly. My man got a coaching job in Michigan. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Backwoods, this one is the Canes 21 slider set from Operation Sports. First game I did Matt 10s. It wasn't bad, but I didn't like how many penalties there were. And then this one took penalties to the next level. So I'm going to try this other one from Games Radar in the third game whenever I get a chance to play again. And I'll decide between the 3 which one to use. At this point, I think it'll be maybe the Matt 10s from the first game, but that Games Radar one could end up being the one. But, Heisman played it out in the first 6 seasons, just straight stock Heisman, and, wanted to try and make it a little bit more difficult for the final season if we could. That's why we're trying out some slider sets here.
They'll do whatever it takes to win. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short.
All right.
From the gun, they'll try the middle.
See, there's another flag. I swear it's like almost all exclusively when you get first down runs, too. It's wild. And it's not straight holding. It's been a shit ton of blocking the backs as well. First 2 drives, both had like 3 or 4 consecutive holding plays on each of them. Never seen anything like it. Y'all that just came into the stream late should have seen my ass in here so flabbergasted.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Good shit, Cashman.
Like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Defense trying to come
All right.
up with a stop on third.
If we can score here, we can cruise to the victory.
Changing the plays at the line. Quick pass to the
Go ahead,
line.
Isaac.
Get it to the marker. At the 20, he's got space.
Let's go.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense.
The aerial attack has to, because every time I try and run, damn black in the back or holding one.
Grab behind the line.
If I wouldn't have got hit, that would have probably been 6. Probably would have been 6 right there. Now hold that block for another second, dog.
And just a short save
Help me
pass
out,
to
homie.
pick up a few. Now
Damn.
facing a third and
Hang my ass out to dry.
he wants to
Oh,
throw
that should be
it
6
again.
right there. Got it.
Touchdown,
Even with the bad throw.
and the
That's the only other thing I don't like about this slider set. Just seems like every pass is damn near red. Somehow I've hit 19 to 21, even though they've all been red.
Closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're
It's like
hitting on
pulling
all
teeth to get a blue or even a yellow on this slider set as well.
kick it away after scoring
And
the
it's not bad other than that, but
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was
now,
looking for some
you know,
running room,
3-score
but not much
lead,
to be found.
second half,
Stopped at the
get ball back, probably turn 2 clock on, coast to victory. So y'all got any college football 26 questions, comments, anything you got there, throw them in the chat. Now's the time.
To the running back
Now's
from
the time.
shotgun.
Won't be with you too much longer for this one, but we'll be back in short order later this week to at least continue this in chat, but I'm sure at least to cover some deep dives also. That's what the hope is anyways. Got to be. About to be 3 weeks from release, y'all. Be sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can stay up to date on the news updates for college football 26. You get gameplay content for it as well, Dynasty series, gameplay tips, Road to Glory series. A lot of fun stuff planned for 26, guys. Be sure you're subscribed so you can get all that right into your subscription feed, free of charge.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
Speaking of free of charge, though, did recently get to the YouTube partner. We're getting close to the 1K, where we'll be able to get some ad revenue, hopefully. But I am also going to be starting memberships because at the level I'm at now, I'm able to do that. So I'm going to be doing that in the near future. And what I'm planning on for that, probably, the two main things I have planned is that I'm going to try and do, I'm still going to do like gameplay tips videos on the channel, like maybe some of my favorite run plays, pass plays, RPOs, you know, some of the similar stuff I did on 25. But I want to do like some of my favorite schemes, like 3 or 4 plays that I use that all work off of each other, you know, like little mini schemes. And I think I want to make those exclusive to channel members, something to entice people to join that channel membership. So, you know, I think my mini schemes might be exclusive to channel members once I start those up. And then also, I think I might do a weekly college football recap show, like for the real college football season that'll be on there for channel members as well.
Just an obvious
That's what the two things I have planned right now for members, but probably some more exciting stuff there coming as well once I get that rolling and announced. But just a little teaser for you guys that are in here watching this game live and or watching this on a playback either, that's something that's going to be in the works here in the near future, is memberships here on this JCCFB channel, which is thanks to you guys for helping this thing grow. We're getting close to 1K subs, man. Getting close to the 1K mark. Could hit it before 26 comes out. It's very possible. It's very possible. All right, let's get it. Probably should have pulled it. I'm going to put Cashman in, my big back, because Hester got a little wear and tear. Don't want him to get any more. And I'm going to try and pound the rock, work some clock. So we'll put the 233-pound back in there. And I didn't even mean to rhyme just now. It just happened that way. But that's fine. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Hey, there I go again. Look at me show it. Look at that one was on purpose. I had to add that one last in there for comedy effect.
They'll try the run. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field
There we
position.
go.
They've got it at the 27.
You ain't getting by all these guys.
Let's go with a
right up
little
the middle, unless your offensive line
big
and
set
your
here.
tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Yep, just keep it moving. That'll take us to the 4th. 4's up, y'all. 4's up. Hey, if you're in your live, 34 in the chat. Throw me a 4 in the chat. Let us close out this victory, get to 2-0 here
So
at Bama.
takes the lead into the quarter break. And they built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here.
And we got them held to 4 rushing yards. That's a definite 4 up right there. Throw another 4 up for that one. Yep. So let's go straight inside zone.
Second down here as they go back.
Nah, Jen, probably last one tonight, but I'll do, like I said, I'll do another one this week. And for sure we'll probably have deep dive news this week as well. So I'll be live multiple times this week on this channel for sure. Hey, 4's in the chat for my dogs there. State of Franchise Gaming, Luke, James, my boys. Appreciate y'all. 4's in the chat.
You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
All right. We're just trying to close out this thing, get to 2-0. I should have tried to pitch it late just for shits and gigs. I should have done it.
Quarterback will audible. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle.
Yep. That's why he put the big back in, so he gets that little extra yards there with his little workhorse ability, move the chains. Now they got Hester back in here, though.
And keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch.
That's fine. He's still got the edge, even with the little wear and tear. He's got enough speed.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Just straight handoffs, pitches, try and work this clock out. I knew that was coming sooner or later. I was absolutely shocked. It'd been about, what, 2 minutes of game time since we had one. Be damn. Kidding me.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a 2nd down play.
Come on, Cashman. Give me some of these yards back.
They'll run the toss.
See what I'm saying? Imagine this is how the game started. Like 4 in a row. It's like 2 holdings, 2 blocking the backs. I ain't never seen no shit like it. I was like 1st and 40 on both my first 2 drives. That's why I said, yeah, might have to look for a new slider set. And that's when I found out you can't change them in-game. And I was like, well, hopefully we don't get our ass kicked.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive.
There we go. No flags, baby, finally. I mean, I was trying to run the clock out, but if he going to house it, we're going to let him house it. Because he ain't had many carries this game for 1, and for 2, every damn big run I've had has had a flag. That's literally probably the first one that ain't had a flag. That's fine. We'll take it. Hey, James Weekly said that's Neil Brown's coaching. Hey, well said, my friend. That's about the only time you see something like that.
But take a look at this. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long
good dub, though. Good dub nonetheless. And we're going to try a new slider set for Game 3.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting.
Which like I said, it'll be later this week. Or this upcoming week. I mean, it's Saturday, so I mean, tomorrow's Sunday, you know what I mean? Our defense came to play. We got to give them credit. Those guys showed up. Because they held them out of the end zone. You know, this could have been a different ball game if they didn't do that. Got to give credit to those little guys out there on the field. Those little computer-generated defensive players. Or whatever the hell it was Vince Vaughn said in that one movie. When he was playing Madden against that little kid.
I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in
It's damn hot. I'm going to have to turn the air down in the house, too. It's hot as hell in here. Should do that before I played. I always forget how hot it gets under these damn lights. Until you get under them and you're like, oh, shit. Because you can be cold even when the stream starts. You be under these lights for like an hour. You ain't going to be cold no more.
Some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance.
Oh, he's wide open. Woo! Saved our ass right there with his miss.
Here comes the offense on first down. On the option.
We got Patino over 100 at least. We'll take that. We'll take it. That should take us to the 2-minute warning, too. Take the final swig of my water as we getting close to the end here.
A good idea because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle and he's very difficult to catch.
All right.
As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
They've had a lot of injuries, too. I know that.
Last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
I feel like
It'll be
half their
second
defense
down,
been
and
injured in
remember,
this
they
game.
can pick up a first without scoring. Toss to the outside.
That's fine.
Bring him
We'll work
down,
some more
he's
clock.
gonna lose a yard
It's
on
fine.
that one.
So on offense,
I ain't mad
you
about
gotta
it.
find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big time players.
Let's just
make
go
big plays
straight
in these
handoffs,
games.
too.
Who can you rely on right now?
Because if they stop me again, it's more clock off. You know what I'm saying?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense is swarming
Yep.
to keep him from getting
May
to
as
the
well.
first down.
And I'm a fan of
Field
this,
goal
man.
ain't gonna
Run the
work no
field
more
goal,
clock,
eat
you
the
know.
clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day.
We'll let this thing
just
wind on down.
balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a
I'm gonna let it wind on down. Your kickers and Heisman talk in your dynasty, James? That's insane. I've never seen that. It's pretty dope, though. I know some people were talking they'd like to have kicker on Road to Glory. I wouldn't play it, but I mean, I guess that'd be kind of different. Something we never had, really.
A run for the quarterback.
One more. That's the what we call the cherry on top right there. That's the cherry on top. The icing on the cake and the cherry on the top.
Momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this
Dominant
season has
victory.
started just like you wanted it
And
to.
I don't really feel like we played that good either, especially on
How did he
offense.
get in these rankings?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way
30
to
seconds.
create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown.
Oh,
Comes out, what a disastrous play. Defense just
I ain't gonna do it to him. I'm gonna take a knee. If he'd ran it in, I'd have been like, okay, yeah, we'll take it. But we'll just do it. We'll just land it. We'll just go in it. We'll just go in it. We'll just go into it, y'all. That's crazy.
Secondary tons of credit.
Bookend the league
Doing an outstanding job in the
by
back
beating
end
my
in coverage, not
team that I
allowing
started
any
at.
receivers
As the
open.
offensive coordinator at Jack State for the first 2 years. Head coach of UCF for 3 years. Now I've been at Bama 1 year, and here in the second season, which will be the final here, of Coach JC's journey. But 2-0. Looking for his 5th straight natty, second in a row at Bama. Would be big. Defense freaking showed out. Held them to -6. That's why we won this game. And Patino played well. 2 incompletions, 2 tutties. 237, 108. I want to see this. Who had the sacks, man? Because I know we had 2 for Goins, 1.5 for Garner, 1.5 for Reeves, 1 for Gayton, 1 for Ferreira, and then half a sack for Alufahai. Multiple people with TFLs, too. That's nice. Defense came to play. We like that. Let's advance the week. I'm going to see. I done forgot who I play in the 3rd game of the season. It's nice just to be able to kind of go through here, not have to recruit, since we know it's the final year before we get to 26. So that keeps us moving as well. But we'll see who we play. And then, like I said, next game I'm going to try out that other slider set. Then I'll know which one I'll be using for the rest of the season. Can update you guys on that in the next stream. And hopefully, maybe we'll have another College Football 26 update by then as well. We can chat more about the game when we know more. This will be fun, too, because I play number 10 Notre Dame in my next game on the next stream. And I'll be doing that with a different slider set that I'll be trying out for the first time. Let's see if we got anybody in Heisman talk yet. Yep, Patino, Isaac, Haywood, and Fritz, all 4. That's funny. Patino won it last year. My running back Cashman was 2nd in the Heisman race, but Patino, it'd be crazy if he could repeat. But that's where we are. That's where we'll pick up. We'll be playing Notre Dame. But that's all I have for this one, guys. Wanted to update those abilities, the dynamic abilities, talk about some of those new plays that I think look really cool. I can't wait to dive in more on that. And like I said, this week coming up, I'm be absolutely shocked if we didn't get at least one deep dive. And like I said, if they're doing as many as they did last year, they're going to have to fit multiple into the coming 3 weeks. So we'll see what happens. But definitely probably we'll have deep dive news. We'll be able to talk a ton more about College Football 26 in a live stream when I cover that. And we'll talk more about it here as we continue to finish out Coach JC's final season on College Football 25. Appreciate you guys that came and chatted in this one. Be back to talk to you guys here in another one in the future. Like I said, if you didn't get a chance to chat live, you got questions, comments, throw them in the comment section there on YouTube. Appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button. Help us out with the algorithm. And be sure you subscribe to the channel for your college football video game news here from JCCFB. Appreciate all that, just like I appreciate you guys tuning into this one. And I will catch you on the next one.